right away. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. You are welcome to OKTECH. We are here to introduce you and take you around through HTML basics. When we're talking about HTML basics, we're trying to take a look at the introductory aspect of web design. So you're welcome. Please do like, share, and comment on this video, and also do ensure to follow us on all our social media pages at OKTech. All right, OKTech. Please like, follow us, and share this video. Thank you very much. So we're going to start right away. HTML basics. Now, HTML basics create web pages using HTML tags. All right. First, we are going to learn how we're discovering HTML and various tags that HTML works with. Okay. Now we are going to start right away. HTML tags. HTML code tells web browsers how to display contents like images, links, and text on a web page. HTML is a computer markup language that structures all the web pages on the internet. Please take note, HTML is not a programming language, but it is a markup language. Take note of that. It is a markup language. It's not a programming language, but it is a markup language. All right, so we already learned enough to answer our first quiz question. Now we are going to be going through certain questions as we go along so that you be able to fully assess your level of understanding. All right, so which markup language structures all web pages on the internet? I know that you are not going to pick CSS, you are not going to pick JavaScript, you are not going to pick Java either, but the right option is HTML. HTML. All right, so HTML structure is a markup language that structures all web pages on the internet. So take note of that. All right, in HTML, things revolves around tags. Tags start with a comma sign. You see the symbol there, that is the symbol, followed by a keyword, then finished with a closing comma. So we have an opening comma and a closing comma, okay? Or we can call it an opening bracket and a closing bracket. Now let's create our first HTML tags, which is the button tag, in the index.html file below. All right, so the screen has been created for us. What we're going to do is just to tap the button and it is created up there. You could see it. So this is our first HTML tag and it is the button tag. You could see the first symbol there, the opening brackets, followed by the keyword, which is button, and also a closing bracket. Okay, then which of these HTML tags creates a button? Which of them creates a button? Now it is the first one that creates a button, because the second one creates a video, the next one creates the H1 you're seeing there. You will go through them over and over again, but let me just tell you what it means. The H1 you're seeing there creates the font size, the size of the font that we are using, while the P you're seeing there creates the paragraph for each of the line or our entries. Okay, so the button tag is an opening tag. Take note of that. It's an opening tag. Now, HTML tags are in two formats. We have the opening tag and the closing tag, and we need to be able to distinguish between the opening tag and the closing tag. Now, the opening tag tells the web browser we want to start displaying a button. That is what this button opening tag does. Okay, so let's try to create it on our own. What's the first symbol we are going to create? We are going to create an opening bracket, followed by the button, then before a closing bracket. Now, the combination of three of them put together is what we call an HTML opening tag. An HTML opening tag. Okay, then what do you think comes after the opening tag? After the opening tag comes the closing tag. After the opening tag comes the closing tag. Now, take a look at the difference between the opening and the closing tag. It's just the slash that comes after the opening bracket. After the opening bracket, there is a forward slash. Now, the forward slash is just the only difference between an opening tag and a closing tag. All right. Okay. Most tags in HTML comes in a pair. They have an opening tag and a closing tag. What you coded earlier is the opening tag of a button element. Okay, let's code the button's closing tag by adding a forward slash to the button's opening element or tag after the opening tag. Okay, so what we're going to do now, the first thing we are going to enter is what is the opening. Are you following now? Is the opening bracket followed by the forward slash then before the word button. The closing bracket has been imputed for us already. So we are going to impute the opening bracket, the forward slash, then the keyword, which is the button, then the closing bracket has been imputed. Okay, so this combination we have here is what we call the closing tag. Now, the button written in red with the opening and closing brackets without a slash is what we call the HTML opening tag or opening element, while the one with the slash is what we call the HTML closing tag or closing element. Okay, I hope we are following. Once again, do remember to like this page, promote our page, comment. If you have any question, drop it at the comment section. At the end of this video, drop it at the comment section. Do follow us for more uploads. We are going to be taking you on this series every day, and I bet you before the end of the month, of one particular month, you should be able to cover all the series. Then you can now be an expert when it comes to coding. Okay, let's proceed. What do you think this code displays on the website? What is the code? We have our button, which is the opening tag. Then we have a keyword, I'm ready to code. We also have a closing tag. So when this code is imputed on our coding window, what does it display? What does it display? The first one says it displays a button with the text login. It's wrong because the keyword in between the opening and closing tag of this particular code is I'm ready to code. That is what it displays. I'm ready to code. So which of the options suggests that a button with the text I'm ready to code? That is the answer, because that is what it displays. It displays a button because we are using the button element, the opening and closing button elements. Then I'm ready to code means it will display a button that carries the text I'm ready to code. All right, so that is that. You can see it up there in our browser. The browser, a button has been displayed, and what we have on the button, the text we have there is I'm ready to code. So that is simply the right option. Code the closing tag. You can do that. Code the closing tag. How do we code the closing tag? We firstly put our opening bracket followed by the forward slash. Then we impute the keyword, which is button. Then we close it with our closing bracket. So this is simply how to impute a closing tag for the word button. So that is it. You can see it. That is what it displays there. All right. Code a button that has the text send. A button that has the text send. How do we do that? We input our opening tag. That's what we always start with. Our opening tag. Then we input the keyword which is sent. Then we input our closing tag for the button because we said we should code a button. Then we display it. You see it on the browser. What you have there is a button with the um, text send. Okay, let's proceed. We're almost coming to the end of this first series, first class introduction to HTML codes, and we are working with tags. Basically, we have two tags when it comes to HTML. I told you initially that HTML is an acronym for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. It is not a programming language, but it is a markup language. All right. So let's proceed. Add the missing symbol for a closing tag. What symbol do you think is missing here? What symbol do you think is missing here? Now, this code will display a button with the text add friend. That's what it will display. But what symbol you think is missing here is a forward slash. It's not the backward slash, but the forward slash. All right? That is what is missing. You can see the button being displayed add friend. All right? So let's proceed. Code a button that has the text comments. Mind you, we are coding a button. So what do we do? Our opening tag button. Okay, well, that's our opening tag. Then the text there is comment. After that, we impute our closing tag. Closing tag. So that's the closing tag. So this is the code to impute on our browser the text comment, a button that has a text comment. All right, so when we now click on it, you see the browser there. There's a text there, comment. There's a button created because of the code we imputed, and it has the keyword comment. All right, so we have come to the end of the introductory aspect of our HTML. Looks like, oh, let me go online since we're offline. Sorry. Okay, so we've come to the end actually of the first series of this HTML class. So we are going to be following it systematically like this. Do like, promote this page so that we'll have more shares, we'll have more likes, we'll have more views, right? So do invite more persons to view what has been done. We are starting our journey to the world of fintech. This is a coding class. And don't forget, it was brought to you by yours truly, OKTECH Knowledge. OKTECH. Right? Do have a nice day. See you in the next class. Tests and headings. Thank you.